What if I told you that it's not AI itself that will replace most jobs? It's one specific skill powered by AI. Not robotics, not automation, not even coding. One capability. A skill that allows machines to think, decide, create, analyze, negotiate, optimize, and execute, all without constant human instruction. And once this skill scales globally, millions of roles won't disappear overnight. They'll slowly become unnecessary. Because when machines can perform the core function behind most jobs better than humans, the market adjusts. The dangerous part? Most people don't even realize this shift has already started. For decades, automation replaced repetitive labor. Factory assembly lines, warehouse logistics, basic data entry, but knowledge workers felt safe. After all, creativity, analysis, strategy, and communication were uniquely human abilities, or so we thought. Today, AI can write reports, analyze financial data, generate marketing campaigns, design products, draft legal contracts, debug software, conduct research, handle customer interactions. But all of these tasks stem from one underlying capability: autonomous decision-making at scale. That is the skill. The ability of AI systems to independently interpret information, make contextual decisions, execute multi-step actions, and optimize outcomes without constant supervision. And once that skill becomes dominant, entire job categories begin to shrink. Let's break this down. Most jobs at their core are decision engines. A marketing manager decides which strategy to pursue. A financial analyst decides how to interpret numbers. A recruiter decides which candidate fits. A project manager decides timelines and resource allocation. A customer service agent decides how to respond. Even creative roles involve decision-making. Which headline works best? Which design feels stronger? Which tone resonates with the audience? For centuries, humans had a monopoly on contextual decision-making. Machines could calculate, but they couldn't interpret. That's changed. Modern AI systems don't just follow rigid instructions. They analyze patterns, understand context, evaluate probabilities, and select optimal actions. This is autonomous cognitive execution, and it's scaling fast. Let's look at real-world examples. In finance, AI systems can analyze thousands of financial statements simultaneously, detect anomalies, shifts, and rebalance portfolios. A single AI can now perform the analytical work of entire research teams. In marketing, AI can identify target audiences, generate ad creatives, launch campaigns, optimize budgets, adjust messaging in real time, all without a human approving every step. In software development, AI can write code, test it, debug errors, suggest architecture improvements, and even deploy updates. Junior developer roles are already shrinking in some sectors because AI handles foundational tasks. In law, AI can review contracts, flag risks, draft agreements, and summarize case precedents in seconds. In media, AI generates scripts, edits videos, creates thumbnails, writes articles, and optimizes SEO strategies. The pattern is clear. When AI can independently decide and execute within a workflow, the need for human intervention decreases. Now here's the critical shift. The AI skill making jobs obsolete isn't raw intelligence. It's workflow autonomy, the ability to take an objective and break it into actionable steps without detailed human micromanagement. Earlier automation required structured input. Do this exact task. Modern AI accepts broader goals: grow revenue, improve engagement, reduce churn, optimize logistics. It then determines how to achieve that objective. This reduces the need for middle layer roles: the coordinators, the supervisors, the analysts who translate strategy into action. AI becomes both strategist and executor. Now let's talk about economic pressure. Companies operate under one fundamental rule: maximize efficiency. If an AI system can perform a job faster, cheaper, with fewer errors, 24/7, the economic incentive to replace human labor becomes overwhelming. This doesn't happen emotionally, it happens gradually. Hiring slows, automation increases, attrition isn't replaced, departments shrink quietly. By the time people notice, the structure has already shifted. But not all jobs disappear equally. Roles that rely heavily on predictable decision trees are most vulnerable. Data analysis, basic content production, routine coding, standardized customer service, administrative coordination. However, roles that involve deep human trust, emotional intelligence, physical dexterity in unpredictable environments, or complex ethical judgment may evolve rather than vanish. Still, even those fields will be augmented. Now here's the deeper implication. If AI masters autonomous decision-making, it doesn't just replace tasks. It replaces layers of hierarchy. Consider a traditional company structure. Executives set goals, managers translate strategy, teams execute tasks. If AI can interpret goals and execute directly, the managerial layer compresses. Fewer supervisors are needed, fewer coordinators, fewer intermediaries. The organizational pyramid flattens, and when structure flattens, jobs disappear. This leads to workforce polarization. Highly skilled AI operators, engineers, and strategists become more valuable. Routine cognitive roles decline. The middle shrinks. This isn't the first time history has seen such a shift. The Industrial Revolution replaced manual labor with machines. The Digital Revolution replaced physical paperwork with software. The AI revolution replaces cognitive execution with algorithms. Each wave created new roles, but it also eliminated others permanently. The difference now? Speed. AI systems improve exponentially. They learn from massive data sets. Every interaction becomes training. Every error refines the model. The improvement curve is steep. Another factor is scalability. A single AI model can serve millions of users simultaneously. A human cannot. This creates massive productivity asymmetry. One system doing the work of thousands, and businesses will always choose scalable efficiency. Now let's address a common misconception. AI can't replace creativity, but creativity often involves pattern recombination. I can analyze millions of creative outputs and generate new combinations instantly. While it may lack human lived experience, it compensates with scale. It produces options faster than any team. Human oversight may remain, but the bulk of production shifts. The real transformation is this. The valuable human skill is no longer execution, it's direction. Knowing how to define objectives clearly, knowing how to guide AI systems effectively, knowing how to interpret outputs strategically. In other words, the safest skill may be AI orchestration, understanding how to leverage AI tools across workflows. Those who master this gain leverage. Those who ignore it risk displacement. Now let's zoom out. If autonomous decision-making becomes dominant across industries, economic structures adjust, education shifts, training programs evolve, companies redesign operations around AI-first frameworks, governments debate regulation, the transition won't be painless, but it's already underway. The uncomfortable truth is this: most jobs are combinations of information processing and decision-making. AI is rapidly mastering both. The more structured and measurable a job is, the more vulnerable it becomes. And as AI models continue to improve, the boundary of structured expands. Jobs won't vanish in a dramatic collapse. They'll dissolve gradually, replaced by systems that think faster, analyze deeper, operate continuously, optimize relentlessly. The world doesn't stop needing work done. It just stops needing humans to do all of it. The AI skill that will make most jobs obsolete isn't robotics. It isn't automation alone. It's autonomous decision-making at scale. The ability to interpret information, choose optimal actions, execute workflows, and continuously improve without constant human control. That is the game changer. And it's advancing faster than most people realize. The future workforce will not be defined by who can work harder. It will be defined by who can work smarter with intelligent systems. Because in a world where machines can think and execute, human value shifts from doing the work to designing the systems that do. The question isn't whether jobs will change. They will. The real question is, will you adapt to the age of AI orchestration or compete against algorithms that never stop learning?